What's up guys, my name is Brian, and on my channel I like to dissect songs and the histories behind them. Today's song is Hit the Lights. I had an idea years ago to try and cover every Metallica song from the first 5 albums, but to make it a little more interesting, I wanted to look at the histories behind the song, what makes the song tick, and play the song for you guys. I'm going to try and use a tone that I made that sounds pretty similar to Kill 'Em All, so let's get started.
My name is Donna Davis, and I'm here with Metallica, the hot new heavy metal band from LA.
Hit the Lights is the thrashy intro to Kill 'Em All, but before that it would be released 3 separate times. Once on Metal Massacre, a compilation album by Brian Slagle, once on the No Life Till Leather demo, and once on the Live Metal Up Your Ass demo. This was actually the first song that James and Lars started working on, and it was for Metal Massacre 1, for Brian Slagle's new fledgling label, Metal Blade. They had the idea, they had just started the band, and they heard that Brian was putting on this Metal Massacre, and they wanted to get something on it, so they started working on this track. Part of the track dates back to James's old band Leather Charm, and was written in part by Hugh Tanner. Lars had this to say about writing the song to Metal Hammer. "I'm not going to argue with that. The version of Kill 'Em All was basically a marriage of 2 songs. Hetfield brought in the verse and the chorus, which came from something he had done in a band called Leather Charm, and I brought in the whole back half of it, which was from something I had done before. After 3 verses and 3 choruses, it goes into a whole other universe, with a new riff and a whole jam out." Recording this song, James and Lars did this on a 4-track Fostex recorder, and they had 1 track for each of the instruments, 1 for bass, 1 for guitar, 1 for vocals, and 1 for drums. But James felt something was missing, so he felt they needed a solo. So they tracked down his guitar teacher, Lloyd Grant, who had tried out for the band, but Lars, I believe, didn't feel like he was a good fit, so he wasn't in the band, but he was teaching James some guitar at the time, and they had him do the solo, improvised, and they just put it on the vocal track because there was no vocals, obviously, over where they needed the solos. They actually got the recording done just in time to make it onto Metal Massacre 1 because Brian had been in the process of trying to get it mastered when they had just finished the track, and they got it over to him really quick. After the recording of Hit the Lights, they added Ron McGovney, James's high school friend, and they found Dave Mustaine, who became their lead guitarist. And that was the original lineup for Metallica. This original lineup would then go on to record the No Life Till Leather demo, and you can hear Dave's solos on that demo, and his writing on that demo as well. Metal Massacre was released in June of 1982, and it gained them some traction for nothing else, because it was something new, and the beginning of thrash, really, for everyone. Hit the Lights became the answer to the new wave of British heavy metal because it had some punk influences, it had the new wave of British heavy metal influences, and that really created a new American sound that no one had heard before. After they had recorded the No Life Till Leather demo, Lars would tap into the tape trading scene, and it really garnered them a massive appeal in Europe, which they would later capitalize on after recording Kill 'Em All. With the No Life Till Leather demo as well, it got over to New Jersey, where Johnny and Marcia Zazula found it and had them come out to record Kill 'Em All, where they kicked out Dave and got in Kirk Hammett, which had another set of solos on it, which is really, in my opinion, different from what Dave was doing. What's also special about the song is that it's the first song Kirk played on with the band after arriving in New Jersey. He had this to say: "It was the first Metallica song I played on. I'd only been in the band for 3 weeks. I flew in the second week of April under the auspices of auditioning for the band. I arrived on Monday and we played the first show that Friday. We played 2 or 3 shows a week, so I was ready to go. I kind of realized I'd just be in the band because nobody told me otherwise." So, Hit the Lights is a 4-minute and 17-second long song written by James, Lars, and to a smaller degree, Hugh Tanner. The main theme of the song is about the rush of playing metal music live and seeing fans get that rush from the intense music. The guitar starts with guitars and drums fading in, and it gives the song a great feel right from the get-go. Then we get the main riff, which isn't too tricky, but honestly, faster than I had originally thought. The main riff is used for the verses, and that transitions into the chorus riff. Then a quick solo, verse and chorus again, another solo, then the last verse and chorus, before the crushing bridge section and a solo to end the song. The bridge is surprisingly fun for me to play, and that bridge is just a variation for the solo to be played over. What I find most interesting about the song is that there's just a few different iterations. We have the first one with the solos from Lloyd Grant, which has a different feel from the version with Dave Mustaine, which feels different from the version with Kirk Hammett. And you can really see James's vocals develop over time. He went from more of a new wave of British heavy metal style of higher pitched vocals, and he's still trying to find his voice, but even on Kill 'Em All you can still hear his voice developing and getting to where it will be for like Master of Puppets. Metallica with Hit the Lights really wore their influences on their sleeve. You can really hear the new wave of British heavy metal, and you can also hear the punk influences, but I think it's really done pretty well. Metallica first played Hit the Lights on March 14th in 1982. They have performed the song 225 times in their career, which is behind No Remorse, Motor Breath, and Seek and Destroy and Whiplash from Kill 'Em All. Some of the notable performances of the song include the Big Four live show in Bulgaria, the Through the Never concert film, and they also performed it at the 30th anniversary show that would feature early Metallica members and collaborators such as Ron McGovney, Lloyd Grant, and Dave Mustaine, who all had a part in shaping the song. As well as a live version is included in the deluxe edition of Hardwired, Self-Destruct, and the Some Kind of Monster live CD. So I probably heard this song the first time on Guitar Hero Metallica, which is the reason why Metallica is my favorite band. That game was an inspiration for me, really. I feel like this song is pretty good. It's not one of my favorites. I don't really listen to Kill 'Em All that much anymore. I love all of their albums, but this one, it doesn't have that Metallica that I love, like Master of Puppets or An Injustice for All. But it's still a really solid album, and it was really fun to go back and listen to the song for the first time again, really, because I hadn't heard the song in years, and just pick it apart and learn all the riffs. So for this song, I'm going to use my Harley Benton EX84 that has an EMG 81, 85 set. It's inspired by James's famous ESPs, but I can't afford one of those, so I just got this guitar, which plays really well, honestly. I really love how this plays. I'm going to be using my Line 6 HX Stomp. I have a Tube Screamer clone and a Marshall JCM 800 clone on there, because I believe that's what they used to record the album. And there's also an IR that I got offline for the Kill 'Em All, and it sounds really close, honestly. I think it sounds close. And I can put all that in the description. I'll put the tone in the description and the IR in the description. Hit the Lights was actually not one of the songs that I had originally learned when I first started playing guitar, because it didn't stand out to me like tracks like Creeping Death, or I don't know, Enter Sandman's pretty easy to learn, or From the Bell Tolls is an easy one to learn, or like playing Master of Puppets or One. But I thought it was a fun track. It's really simple. It's just 4 riffs, which is really cool. They're all repeated, but it adds... They do it in a way that makes it fast and interesting to listen to, especially with all... There's what? 4 solos, I think, in the song, maybe 5 solos. And it's... I don't know. I think it's a pretty fun song to play, even though it is very basic. You can see that they were following a pop structure of writing songs with their verse chorus, but they still were adding in more elements to make it more metal, I guess, which was really cool. I enjoyed playing the song. If you enjoyed what you saw, please drop a comment. Give me more suggestions for songs. I want to keep doing this. Like the video, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I plan on doing every song from the first 5 albums, not in order, but I want to do... hopefully we'll do all the songs from the first 5 Metallica albums, and then I want to do more stuff. I have Slayer songs I've picked out. I have Lamb of God songs I want to play. And if you have any, just drop it in the comments. Thank you. Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Brian, and I like to dissect songs and the histories behind them. Today's song is Hit the Light. That was stupid.